Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, top of the morning to you. My name is Zoe Baraka. It is so wonderful to come your way again with To My Younger Self, another installment of To My Younger Self. God has been indeed very gracious to us. As always, we like to say we are not able to see you. So please, please, please do me a favor. Yes, go in there in the comment section, say good morning to me in your native dialect or native language. Wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in Africa, I want to hear good morning from you. I want to hear welcome from you. I want to see you just do something in your native dialect on here. Once again, my name is Zoe Baraka. I'm coming to you live on the Dear Daughter page, and the show is To My Younger Self, where we tell stories from our past that will propel us into the future. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Bella, Bella to you if you are in Burkina Faso. Baraka Dazua. Indeed, happy Idul Adha to all of our Muslim viewers. Ken Ken, Tuma Tuma. Fudua Wella, Tuma Awella. To Posiwenam Baraka. La Awane, I am speaking to you in all of my native dialects, the Kusao, the Frafra, the Mampruli, all of those. Indina Wezo, Oje Ko from the Ganland, Ekabo, the Yorubas will say, Nabato, the Igbos will say, Etisane Akwaba. Karibu sana, habari gani, meba, akei, naumai welina, dumela, and of course, welcome. Wherever you are in the world, if you didn't hear your language, I want to hear from you so I can speak it, so we can get acquainted. Welcome to the show. Today is an exciting day, Good morning, my big sister Elsie. I love you all the way from Toronto, Canada. I see you. Yes, I woke you up. Good morning to you, Sister Coz. I see you. This morning, I have a very important guest. I'm very excited to introduce to you this guest. The reason why I'm excited and kind of a little bit intimidated, quite honestly, when Uncle Mike gave me his bio, let me tell you, this bio is 13 pages long. Now, it's not 13 pages of gibberish. You know what I mean? It's 13 pages of solid experience and work. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you imagine the well of knowledge Uncle Mike has? Let me go ahead and introduce you to this very distinguished, this very honored guest. Uncle Mike Amon-Kwafo is a studio artist. He is a designer, set designer, design consultant, and an arts director. He is a multimedia consultant and structural designer. Do you know what that means? For those of us who are into film and media, we understand what this means. This is why I'm so giddy. Now, let me tell you that I have actually tried my very, very best to cut down on all of his abilities and capabilities. Seriously, his bio. Yeah, nah. So anyway, aside from serving as the director of television for Ghana Broadcasting Corporation for a long time, and he retired a couple of years ago, he has also worked on project designs, including the Love Island Executive Retreat. Guys, you should see this design. It is amazing. And this man worked on that. He worked on the Treat Her Right campaign. He worked on movie awards, Ghana. And just so many more. He worked on Miss Ghana. He worked just anything that has a stage that needs to be built, that needs lighting, that needs set decorating. You better be sure that Uncle Mike Amon-Kwafo will be there. Now, he didn't just stop there. He went on and he tutored. He has tutored and lectured in the University of Education, Winneba, the School of Performing Arts in Legon, National Film and Television Institute, that's NAFTI, woo, yes, and of course, School of Communications at Central University College. He has planned events like Miss Ghana, National Export Awards, the Pan-African Festival of Arts and Music, the World Expo, Toyota Ghana Products Lunches, the Clinton visit. He was right there in the middle of it. He has organized Ghana Journalist Awards, the presidential debates, presidential inauguration, the Ghana at 50 dinner awards, opening ceremonies, Cannes 2008 Television Awards, Ghana, and so much more. I am trying to get all of it out so you get the impact of what, this man does. He is quite literally the backbone of television set decoration design, structural design in Ghana. He is also a writer and a public speaker and a cleric counselor. There is so much more on Uncle Ben's bio, and if I read it all, guys, we would just not tell the stories at all today. And I don't know if I told you this, but he worked on Heritage Africa. Now, if you are from Ghana, Heritage Africa, or for those of us who are not Ghanaian on the platform, Heritage Africa is what I would say Malcolm X is to the United States, or any movie on MLK or a movie like Bamboozled is to America. Without further ado, and I've gone so much deeper, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to introduce to you the one and the only Uncle Mike Amon-Kwafo. Here we go. Now, please help me say welcome to this amazing man.
Wow. You're making my head go boom.
It deserves to go that way because, oh my God.
It's always good to see you.
Yes, so good to see you. Uncle Mike, the floor is yours. Take us away.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much for having me on this very, very special arrangement. I think it's awesome what you've got there. The expose is overwhelming. I mean, to listen to you speak about me, suddenly kind of put stuff in perspective, because when you're just reading a list of stuff that you've done, it doesn't quite communicate. But just with sorry for that, someone who's waving goodbye. With your narrative, it's awesome.
Amen.
I'll just say that these are things that I have done over the years, and I did it in my stride because I loved to do them. Everything that I have done, I've always done not because it comes easily to me. Certainly not. These things have challenges, they have problems, they have human, people-related issues and so on. It is difficult to achieve, generally speaking. But I believe that what makes it easy is when you love what you do.
Yes.
Generally. I remember when someone came from a meeting and said, well, the chairman of the board said, well, they're looking for me to pay me for some interior design construction that I've done, and they can't find me. And his comment was, Uncle Mike, on physical. That in English is Uncle Mike, he just enjoys doing what he does. He doesn't even care for the money.
Wow.
Well, but that was a very bad accolade. A very bad accolade. I was going to pay the price for it later on.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But yes, by and large, I believe that people should be encouraged to know that whatever is your God-given gift, you must share it.
Yes.
You must let it, blaze. You must apply it so we can see the value of what you got, and above all, the wonder of God. Wow. So that's always been my motivation, and I think I've never shirked anything. For the duration that I was on television, I was not only behind the cameras, I was on quite a number of television programs. And for the duration that I was doing all that, one of the things that was clear to me was that what the Bible says about man's gifts will always be true. It says that a man's gift will always make a way for him.
Wow.
The other one says, show me a man diligent in all his ways. He shall walk before kings.
Amen. Come on. Yes. Wow.
Yes. Much earlier on in my career as a television set designer, I came to the notice of a king. Let me use the word king, but President Chairman Rawlings that time was the chairman of the PMDC.
Yes.
Now I came to his notice, not because of anything, but because of my work on television, and I never really related with him, but from a distance, he would send greetings like, "How's the young man doing there?" That kind of thing. And I found that quite ingratiating because it's almost like a payoff, like anything that you do does get noticed.
Amen.
Particularly what you're doing. I mean, it's awesome. And I can see it going very far in terms of reaching the diaspora and knitting us all together. I think it's just awesome. And I am happy to be here. I feel honored and humbled.
Wow. Thank you so much, Uncle Mike. Yeah. I know you have a couple of stories for us. I want you to just go right ahead and just start with your stories. We're all here for that.
Well, when I spoke with you earlier on, I wasn't sure what kind of stories that I would want to tell. But usually the stories that come easy to you are the ones that you have experienced,
Yes.
There are funny ones, and there are also some very sobering ones as well, So I don't know, which one would you want first? I'd probably talk about the more difficult to tell ones.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I believe that all this activity is a throwback to then. I was very gregarious and very active with our school, school activities and clubs and stuff like that. And I happened to be the president of the Entertainment Association, the president of the Debating Society, the vice president of the Drama Society, that kind of thing. So we put something together and we invite all the schools from the central region, because I went to Aguna Swidu Secondary School, and also some schools from Accra. I remember Accra Academy was there. How old was I? About 16. We had organized this fanfare, and people were coming from all over. They came in their buses and their trucks. The place was packed.
Wow.
Now, apart from getting it organized, in the night when everybody was asleep, I was up trying to make posters for some of the game rooms and so on. I don't know how we did that those days because there were no computers. So it was brush and pigment and poster colors and so on. So I worked all through the night. I wonder how I did that. 16. So worked through all the night and got the posters done and so on. Now in the morning, I go have my bath and I come back, and then my knee brace. I wear a knee brace because I'm a victim of poliomyelitis from when I was 18 months old. And I've lived with it, and it has not stopped me from being what I've done, what I've become and doing what I've done, So my knee brace was gone, together with the shoes that go with it and everything. Now that day, I was going to receive all the guests that were coming, hundreds, almost a couple of thousands of people coming. And I was going to be the MC for the afternoon show, which was a musical show, and so on. I did everything barefooted in my bare feet, because I could not wear normal shoes without my brace. So I had to walk around my barefoot and things. I think to date, I know who was behind it, but the Monday comes and the headmaster puts everybody out in the bushes, go and search for his knee brace. They searched and it was never found. So for about close on to 2 months, while a new set of supports were being fabricated for me in Sawam, because there was an orthopedic center there, I went to classes in my bare feet, whether it rained or shined. I walked through the mud, I went through this. So very early, I learned something about us, us. And I don't know whether that taught me anything, because going on in life, you come across a lot of things, a lot of challenges that wouldn't be there if people didn't cause them, So I discovered early as a child that whatever you do, you should be ready that people will resent you for doing the things you do. People will resent you for being who you are. People will resent you for your shine and so on. But of course, the good side of it is also that there are other people who will appreciate what you say and do. So it's a balance. And I keep saying that every time we go to bed, two kinds of people go to bed: those who scheme and those who plan. And when the day breaks and we come out into the day, we are all out there, all kinds of us, those who are scheming and plotting evil, and those who are planning good. So that was a good lesson I learned from that experience. And that's the story I tell today, that nobody's good and nobody's bad. Yeah, our circumstances must mold us into what we aspire to be. I don't know whether anybody aspires to be an armed robber, for example, but I suppose that those are also areas that we need to look at. Years back, one of the programs I was hosting on GBC was a program called Crime Combat, and whereas the police were trying to put out security measures and so on, I was trying to tweak it towards education and socialization, because a lot of the problems we have with people who are deviant is largely because of the environment, because of how they're brought up, because of the circumstances of their growing up, the kind of hardships and the challenges. It's not everybody who has a good spine and a backbone. Many people will sooner resort to the easy ways out and so on. So society behooves us to try and build an environment that builds people, give people hope, and give people reason to be on the side of right. So that is one of my heavy stories.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Let me find out from you, Uncle Mike. How did it end? You were still able to MC the show, and
Yes, I went ahead and did it in my bare
barefoot?
feet. Exactly. I went and did it
Wow.
barefoot and everything. It didn't stop me. I was not daunted, but I saw at first hand animosity. You know, even when we're very, very young, we are capable of the most wicked things if somebody does not show us the way to go. Yeah, so I did it. I did it and went on with the several weeks to come, go to lectures. Sometimes it was raining and I had to walk in the mud and so on. While my parents, at home were struggling, my parents were very ordinary people. My mother was a teacher. My father was a clerk at CMB. And in those days, we lived in Suitru. And they did what they can to restore my equipment. I call them equipment. Yes, but it is also something that I take pride in, because I have learned that God is able to help you not to be bitter and not to be resentful, to be forgiving and to be accommodating, to be accepting, and still be ready to do even for those that you know are more than ready to do you in what you think you should do for them.
Wow. You're talking to me today because you don't know what you just said. My God.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It
Wow.
takes
Wow.
it takes God, it takes God, because contrary to the prevalent position on some of this, I believe that we are intrinsically not evil but tainted, and it takes the divine intervention to set us up aright. We have a certain propensity to do wrong than to do good. So good is something that you cultivate. Forgiveness is something that you cultivate. Love is something that you do in spite of, because we are all like that. We offend in all. We are easily drawn to being vindictive. We are easily drawn to paying back and so on. It is more difficult to do the opposite. But I believe we can all learn. We can all train ourselves to do that. So yeah, it's not easy.
Story. Yes, because what I'm getting from this is that no matter what the person that took your braces and your shoes was planning, it didn't stop you from going through the valley of the shadow of death.
I love that.
You walked through it, and God was with you, and you did it. And if not for anything, I think that it showed your character. Your character was built, and it probably propelled you to do even more, because
Very much
everyone
so.
around you must have seen that this guy wasn't doing it for the glory or that he would be center stage. He did it because that's how he was created, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. What a powerful story. Wow. Wow.
I had a very pleasant surprise when a couple of months ago we have a the usual WhatsApp alumni group, school group.
Yes.
We have a high school group, and so we were discussing what we thought we could do differently, for the alma mater. So I came up with the idea of, why don't we plant trees? Because now's the in thing to go green, So we'll plant trees. So we went on an excursion, and pleasant surprise. Right there on the wall of the ground and first story building that used to be the science block was a map of Africa that I did 50 years ago. It was still there. They have maintained it by painting it over and over again. And it was right there on the wall. Goodness. I just goosebumped all over. I said,
oh my God.
50 years ago, it is still there. And how did I do it? Me and my friends, them holding the ladder, me climbing it up, and using my, my layout to transpose the drawing on the wall, and then the other guys coming in to filling with color and so on. And it is still there.
Wow.
I tell you.
It's weathered all the storms and everything. I am so happy just listening to that.
I love the angle you're coming from. Yes, through the storms and all the challenges, that drawing has survived. It's there.
50 years. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, what a testament and a testimony to you. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was totally blown away. I said, wow. Oh, I just screamed out like a baby. I did that. You still have it.
That's my work. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was so sobering and humbling, because it's always humbling to understand that the little something that you do really has repercussions, might affect someone, and may go. It's like sometimes when I meet people in the streets and they go, I watched you when I was a child on television,
Yes.
I remember what.
Oh, come on, internet. You can do better. We were having such a great conversation. Anyway, I'm going to take the time now to acknowledge a few people whilst Uncle Mike's internet comes back. Uncle Mike, you're back. Okay, here we go.
I'm back, yes. Yeah. So I'll go to this function at Alliance Française, which is an institute of the French embassy. And we went to watch a concert. And there was Grace Omabo, who was a leading actress in Ghana.
Yes.
In those days.
Thank
you. Yes,
I don't know how we got there, but we got there.
Yeah. So all these youngsters now in their late 20s and early 30s, so going like, hey, Mami Doc, when are you bringing back by the fireside? Then they spotted me because I was part of it. I was actually one of the behind the scenes people. I did a design for By the Fireside, which was a series that children watched in Ghana those days.
Yes, I remember so well.
And it was like, bring it back, And people remember things like that because they grew up on it. Now they are executives, they are managers and so on in their 30s.
And we still want By the Fireside.
I'm trying to get back to the lady who actually was the power behind By the Fireside to see if we can bring back a modern version of it.
Yes.
Yes.
This opportunity right here, because this is what we do unto my younger self, and say, bring her on the show and let her talk to us about By the Fireside.
Yes, very much so.
Uncle Mike, I know you have other stories to share with us.
Yes. Okay, let me share this funny one. A very short funny one. I was having problems. You live with your post polio challenges. So I go to the hospital and they're supposed to do an X-ray of my spine. So I'll go there. Incidentally, the lady who is in charge there is my mother's classmate. So Michael, what's then? What's then? How's your mom? That kind of thing, you know. So we do the chit chat thing. Then she directs me to go to where I can, you know, go take off my clothes. That's what she said. So I can come and then they will do the X-ray. Now some of us are not.
How old were you?
Oh, I was old enough. I was in my 40s. All right.
Oh, okay.
So you be careful.
Well, I needed to set it up.
So I'm in my 40s and they say, go take off your clothes, all right? And see, sometimes I suppose people credit us with too much. I'm not.
Uh-oh. It looks like we kind of lost Uncle Mike there again. As we're waiting for Uncle Mike to, you know, his internet
We're
to.
back.
Okay, we're back.
We're back, yeah.
Yes.
So where was I? Right. So go take off your clothes. So I go in there and take off my clothes. After all, that's the instructions I was given. They credit me with too much intelligence, you see. So I take off my clothes. I'm still wearing my brace and my socks and my shoes. And I come out in my birthday suit. And everybody goes, oh. So I'm just standing there, you know, looking very much the day that I was born, you know. And there I stood, you know. I said, no. There's a, they're all trying to look away. There's an apron behind the door. So you go put that on and come back.
Oh my God.
Every time I remember that, you know, my skin goes green.
The reason why I am laughing so hard is because the way they chose to say the words was very literal. They said, "Go get naked," and
exactly, you know. So I thought, well, the doctors know best. These people know what they want, you know. So if it is go naked that they want, then I have to go naked.
You know, if a doctor says get naked, you get naked. You know,
exactly.
You have no questions.
You know, they're like that. They say lie down, you lie down.
Yes.
Can I knead your stomach, and then you let them knead your stomach. So go take off your clothes. So you go take off your clothes. But it's interesting, you know. It's like not everyone will tell you to go take off your clothes, and you will do. But
Yes.
we tend to think that doctors are next to God. You know, they don't do any wrong. It's like a doctor. When we say doctor, it's not like artist. You know, doctor.
Yes.
You know, everything he says. These days we understand better. You know, because in those days,
but it's funny.
if the doctor says, I mean, the average old lady will go to the hospital and come back, and she will be disgruntled. Why? Because the doctor didn't feel her. You know.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. You know, the feel her is or feel you is when the doctor says lie down and touches certain parts of your body to see if you're responding in pain and so on. So this old lady goes to the hospital and comes back and she's angry. Why? So the doctor didn't take care of me. So why? He didn't feel me.
Meanwhile, if an artist said that to anyone, they would say that was perversion and that's sexual.
Exactly.
Right there.
You know,
It's
the
so
doctor didn't feel me.
Yes.
You know. Yes.
How we perceive people and their the word I'm looking for is the camouflage, so to speak, that covers.
Well, yes, yeah, you know,
jobs.
The perceptions, you know.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. But
wow.
It's been good growing up, you know. It's been good growing up. I'm 66, and I've told everyone that life begins at 65. So I'm actually in phase 2 of my youth.
Yes, you are. And look at you. You're just so youthful, just so brimming with life. And, you know, when we used your picture, someone was saying, man, he does not grow old. He is just...
Yeah.
Wow. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge a few people. I see you guys. I see you. I see Ralia. How are you, my dear? Ralia is my very own sister. I see you. Welcome. I see Lola from YouTube. Hi, YouTube family. I see you guys. Ekaro from my Yoruba friend Lola. I see you guys. I see you. Auntie Doris, thank you so much for joining us. Casper, I see you. Francesca, I see you. I see you. Yidana, one of our producers. You know, I've been amiss today. I haven't been scrolling so people will see who our very important and very hardworking producers behind the scenes are. These are them. I'm scrolling it now. I see you. I see you. I'm going through. Jane, I see you. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Sumaya. Oh my God. Sumaya is here. Sumaya is our very last born. And, you know, sometimes we have to kick her in the nuts a little bit for her to show up. I see you. I see you. I see each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Beverly Ross, thank you for joining us always. Thank you for investing in us. Guys, I see you. Someone has a comment here. Sister Elsie says, you look fab. Age ain't nothing but a number. Your perspective keeps you young, Uncle Mike.
Wow. Thank you.
Auntie Doris says phase 2 looks more beautiful. Yes, yes. Ako says, wow, Uncle Mike Amon-Kwafo is looking fresh in the second phase of life. Rita, I see you, my Mami. Thank you for joining us. I see you guys. All right, Uncle Mike, I know you have time for one more story. So here you go. All you.
Well, my last story probably will be just off my head because I have not planned it. So how's it going to go? Let me tell you this one. This one just hit me. You know, in primary school once again. This is how many people were there. I mean, I was the only one who was there. I'm going to school. Our house is right across the street. You know, and right there there's a filling station. You know, a fuel dump. Well, we call it petrol Shell here. You know, because the Shell company was the first one to come to Ghana. So whether you are Goyle or you whatever, we call you petrol Shell. So my house is right across that. So to go to school, I have to go past that and then walk down the hill and up to my primary school. It was not very far. And when I crossed, then I lost my balance and I fell. Now when I fell, there was this truck, mommy lorry we call it here.
Yes.
I don't see them around these days. I think they're almost all gone.
Yeah, was it like one of those bone shakers?
Yes, it's the Bedford truck with a wooden contraption at the back. Yes, yes. I wish I had photos to come up with my story.
I know.
Anyway,
that's okay.
So the driver is coming back. I have fallen down. Nobody's seen me. I'm struggling to get up, and the car is rolling towards me. I'm right under the two big tires at the back, and it suddenly stops. Exactly. Wow. So life is like that. Just when you think that it is the end, just when you think that everything is.
Oh, okay. StreamYard, so you will have to stop this, Uncle Mike. We have to. Yes. Go ahead.
So somehow, that big hand of God will stop that trouble that's rolling towards you. If only you would say, please help.
Wow.
That's my last story.
Oh my God. So sobering. It's like you just poured.
Isn't it awesome?
Yes, you just poured olive oil, anointing just all over all of us here. I know everyone on this platform right now is just, that is the best picture you can paint. Do you know why the driver stopped? Did he even know why he stopped?
He didn't see me. Nobody saw me. It just stopped.
Wow.
I was a child. I mean, how big would I be? Very small. Okay?
Yes.
And these huge tires. Nobody was seeing me. Everybody was going about their business. I didn't know how to say, please help. I just tried to crawl back, you know, and then it stopped.
It just stopped.
It just stopped. It just stopped. And all through life, so many things have stopped that could have crushed you or me, you know. It just stopped. And I'm grateful for the other times when things are not coming to crush you, but things are lifting you up. I think that I have had an amazing life so far, and in spite of all the ups and downs, I really think that God is truly always faithful and has a way of lifting you up way beyond your expectation and placing you where you become a beacon to others. so that life can continue to be productive as new people come to replace you and shine where you have also thrived.
Wow. I feel like I don't have anything else to say because, as you grow up, you just keep saying, God, where are you? God, where are you? Where are you in this situation? Where are you? And sometimes we don't even realize how many things he has stopped. He just stopped the car. That is, and maybe because I'm a filmmaker, that image is so vivid. And I'm just right now sitting here thinking of how many angels it must have taken to stop the car, the lorry. How many, just so many things happen in the spirit realm that must have just stopped.
Yes.
And we don't even know. We don't even know how many things God's hand has just stayed. And we might be thinking, I still don't see you, God. You stopped the lorry, but I don't see you. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I know that the audience are going crazy right now. Yes, Sister Elsie says, preach. Wow. Uncle Yidana says, Uncle Mike, you just reaffirmed God's amazing might. He steps in when you think all is lost, present anywhere, all the time. Do we need a reminder why we must give him all the glory, all of it? Auntie Dory says, so many things had come to crush, but, she has the ... have been stopped. This is how God stays his hand, or, he stays the trouble so we can live. And I'm sure you went through so many other traumatic experiences, but it didn't mean God wasn't there.
I don't know if I heard it all, but I suppose you're asking me to say my parting words. I'll just say that life is there to be lived, and no matter your circumstances, always look on the bright side, because challenges are meant to be there, because otherwise what will be the place of solutions, So the challenges are there just so you can see what solutions can do. So let's not see challenges as setbacks, but let's see them as opportunities for us to defy, to be defiant, and also prove that there is always that light which will always give us reason to hope. I think that we are all overcomers if we really begin to understand who we really are. I'm not my body. I learned that. It is not my body. I don't have anything to show for my body. But something on the inside of that container is waiting every time to rip. I think that I can count my days and see that they've been filled with achievement after achievement.
Yes.
After achievement.
And all those
even when I succeed to down my breakfast.
That's an achievement, yes. And all those 13 pages are a testament. I tell you, I sat here reading in awe like that the whole time. And then after I went back and I said, what should I do again? And I just kept reading it over and over. Such an amazing, accomplished life. I am in awe of just how much you've accomplished. This is a mini reunion here. Auntie Doris says, Uncle Mike, love you, love your humility, God bless. And she says, this is Fienua Ishan reporting. I do believe you probably know her because she worked at GBC for quite a while.
Yes.
So this is a mini reunion right there. Elsie says, challenges are opportunities for us to find solutions. And of course,
I love that.
Says, yes, life is meant to be lived. Live. We are overcomers. We are just containers. The content is all that matters. Wow. You came for us today. I think today God chose you to help us smile throughout the week, the day, the coming days. Just smile. He will stay the trouble. That's all I hear today. Smile. I will stay the trouble. Thank you so much for sharing your life with us, Uncle Mike. I truly appreciate that. Wow. Audience, please help me just give Uncle Mike a round of applause. He came, he saw, and he conquered. And he told fantastic stories. Yes, guys, next week we're going to be having a very amazing, funny woman, actually, Abigail Coleman, a mighty worshiper of God who cooks food on the side. I always say that Abigail, she cooks and feeds you, and then she goes into a state of worship and doesn't allow you to sleep on your couch. You know, that's not nice. But she's going to come here and tell us fantastic stories. And so I do look forward to that. I see everyone here is clapping and just, you know, giving you a standing ovation. Yes, yes, keep clapping, guys. I want you to keep clapping for Uncle Mike. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for just coming and sharing your story. Please, one last thing, just tell us the very last thing you would like to leave with us before we sign off.
Well, I would say that in all our circumstances, we should always know that the true energy is what we have on the inside. It has nothing to do with the energies out there. We are supposed to affect the energies outside. Subdue the earth simply means that you need to be able to go on the inside of yourself and identify that powerful resource that you are, not you have, that you are. And God doesn't expect any less. He's put us here for us not to outshine each other, but to complement one another and be able to raise the bar, to defy the odds and the circumstances, to prove that truly He made us in His image and likeness, that we will make Him proud. That's what I have to say.
I am sobered. I am done. I have no more words. Find the power that you are, not you have. The thing that is inside of you, that energy that is inside of you, the Zoe, breath of life that is inside of you. And do not strive to outshine another person. There is so much space on this earth for all of us to succeed and thrive. This is what I hear from you, Uncle Mike. Thank you. God bless you. From the To My Younger Self studios here in New York, and of course from Uncle Mike all the way in Ghana, Accra, Ghana, we want to say enjoy your day. Have a wonderful day. Always remember God is staying His hand to stop the trouble because of you and for you. We love you. And please, please, please remember to love yourself. It is very important that you remember to love yourself. Once again, my name is Zoe Baraka, and today I've been chatting with Uncle Mike Amon-Kwafo. Thank you so very much. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day too.
Bye-bye.